right. This is a old gripe, pet peeve. I don't know, something that I experienced that I tried to understand, but it came up when I was watching this latest episode of Boba Fett, right? So I'm going to say, Boba Fett in Old English gets on my nerves. But it was very obvious that Boba Fett, like the Mandalorian, is inspired by Westerns, right? Inspired by old spaghetti Westerns, Hollywood pictures. I don't have no problem with that. That's fine. That's the way you want to set it. It's a gunslinger show, right? However, it just becomes really odd to me how they can talk with modern American white colloquialisms with European accents sometimes, but it's a story that takes place in the past, a long time ago. All Star Wars is in the past, and there's no Earth in the universe, so it's all Old English, and then there's alien languages. Then there's plays on Indian and African cultures, even little Native American cultures, which I don't really have no problem with. It's just that when I was writing my space story, I knew it was going to be in the future. And then I had to say, wow, if they spoke like Luke, then what I'm saying with their accent is that accent would dominate now in terms of, people that spoke with that accent would be the people that survive and take over the accents of the world. I mean, it's a leap enough that Earth is represented by English speakers, which, for the sake of the movie, that's fine. But to have English accents and American tainted slang, first of all, you can have a tainted slang coming out of India. You can have a tainted slang coming out of Venezuela. You can have a Mexican slang coming out of Mexico, or a Ghanaian slang coming out of Ghana, or Japanese slang, whatever that is, coming out of Japan. But one thing different from America and all these other countries is America isn't a white country. It may be 60% white, but it's not white. It is a multicultural country. And unlike Britain, we don't all speak the same accent. Sure, Idris Elba and some of the other black British people speak with a British accent. America doesn't have that history. America has, from the beginning, black people that have been here and have maintained a slang. And in fact, many times the Southern slang is influenced by what African Americans did to the language. We also invented new ways to talk. Of course, jive. Now we have urban, which is probably hip hop, which is probably, inner city, all those things. Then we have, how they talk in California. In Miami, they have a mixture of the Caribbean islands, mostly dominated by Bohemian. So, and those are all legitimate, bona fide American accents. So, for me, I don't have a problem with anybody talking the way we talk now. You know what? Just talk with a regular vocabulary and linguistical pattern that we have now. Just leave it like that. But to change it up and make it European or Western is a leap, and doesn't mess the show up for me, but it is something that I have to get over and deal with, and as a writer, I try to answer that question, and maybe other writers just get lazy and say, you know what, most people aren't Jeff Carroll and they're not going to pay attention to it, so we don't need to adjust it. The Mandalorian is a surviving story as it is, so maybe you don't need to deal with it. You know, maybe you don't need to deal with some of the problematic pieces, because you can't make it the perfect. What, you're going to travel into the future or the past to see how they really speak? Then people probably won't even understand it when they get there. So you got to still make it digestible to this time period that we're in right now. But for me, I'm like, you're kidding me. Oh my God. Really just wanted to deal with that. I want to make another video dealing with how I enjoyed Moonfall with Halle Berry, but I don't want to do this too early. I don't want to put it out yet. I saw Moonfall on Friday, and I don't want to put out my opinion yet, because I kind of want to have some spoilers in there, or my opinion would be a spoiler opinion. So I'll wait till a week, and then I'll do my Moonfall reaction. I will say this: I did enjoy it, and I am enjoying Boba Fett. Oh, let me just say, since we're on Boba Fett, and maybe I'll add some more stuff on Boba Fett. But what is it? Camp Bane. He was one of the cool bounty hunters from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and they brought him into to the Mandalorian, to Boba Fett. Could be called the Mandalorian. Shoot, he getting as much screen time as Boba Fett in this show. It could be called that, but they brought in Camp Bane, and Camp Bane is a blue character that wears almost a Mexican cowboy hat, one of the straight brim ones. And I have to look at the Western movies to see who used to wear that hat, but I don't think it's a cowboy hat. I think I'm going to say it's sort of a Mexican hat. Okay, and he didn't look the same. You know, as much as I was happy that he was in there, he's a slickster. I think he even has jet legs, like jet things like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. And they were shooting bullets. And I'm like, man, this is Star Wars, man. Give him some phasers, some some proton shooters, because I don't remember seeing guns with bullets in Star Wars. That's fine if they had it and I overlooked it. I ain't perfect. But anyway, Camp Bane's teeth was a problem for me. Then they gave him eyes like alien that comes to Earth, and I'm like, I'm down with a different species. I'm down with a species that might look like that, but I didn't know Camp Bane looked like it, and I didn't know his teeth was, demonish. He's a bad guy, but damn, they went overboard on the demon for me. That's for me, I'm actually waiting for Ventress to come in to Star Wars. That would make my day, and I want to see Ahsoka Tano, do some more lightsaber work, because she was bad. She could fight Anakin or Darth Vader. You understand? She dealt with Darth Maul. She fought them. You know what I'm saying? And her and Ventress, she fought Ventress, and Ventress fought a whole lot of dudes. So, and I haven't seen the Clone Wars in a long time, but I loved it, I enjoyed it, and I remember a lot about it. But that's about it. So I'm gonna cut this sort of short. I know I'm reaching, and I don't mind reaching, but I'm like, yo, why you gotta have European language dominate in whatever past? You can tell people that Star Wars is the past, but everybody's going to think it's the future. So I don't care, because they have ships, they flying from planet to planet, and we don't know how to do that now. So that feels like the future to us. All right, so touch base with you later, everybody. Like, subscribe, and comment.